she looked fine, and he looks fine. And even if she didn't look fine, it's kind of shit to attack somebody's fucking girlfriend. Look at this guy's hair. Look at the facial hair. Look at the body composition. 11 million subs on YouTube? This guy could literally fucking drown in pussy. One of the things that sucks for Sneako is that he's constantly being pushed in a worse and worse and worse and worse and worse direction. And I understand, like, I understand everything. Like, he gets banned from YouTube. Like, he complains about how the Senate, we were in front of the Senate, they're coming after us. Like, the Senate's not coming after us. And then he gets banned from YouTube. And then he gets, like, attacked from everybody, from all sides. And then he's getting, like, friendships with, like, Fuentes and Milo Yiannopoulos. And now he's getting to meet, like, Ye and Trump. And it's like, yeah, no wonder he's going down that path. Like, it's not very surprising. Now, like, he gets raked over the coals. And I guess Charlie's probably about to do it over this, like, pretty sensitive thing that he's bringing up relating to, like, I think he did an orgy at one point with his girlfriend. And he decided to talk about that. But this was before he got into the hardcore red pill space. Oh, Charlie's making a mistake here too, though, and assuming that they are virgins.
It is
that
what it
is
is.
absolutely not
long.
true. It's just not true.
Girls.
12-minute video on Sneako by MoistCritical.
All right, just watch it now, and I'll mute.
I didn't really want to talk about today's topic.
Okay.
It's just some medium rare internet beef that I think is just kind of worthless to go over, but so many people keep bringing it up to me that I feel I should at least talk about it to some extent. So I'll go ahead and cannonball into the septic tank and doggy paddle around for a bit. The main topic involves a banned YouTube creator that I'm sure you've all heard of before. His name is Sneako. A lot of people compared him to like a diet Andrew Tate. He recently got banned and he still does make content elsewhere. And recently he started targeting me because I made jokes about his friends on the Fresh and Fit podcast, whom I think are beautiful clowns that do some very silly stuff that is entirely entertaining to make fun of. But Sneako didn't see it that way because he's a very sensitive guy, and he started writing their wieners to try and defend a blatantly outrageous story that one of them told about meeting a basketball player at a party, then being invited by that basketball player to a mansion, and then f***ing a ton of girls at that mansion thanks to the basketball player, which sounds like something a Tumblr account would have made up, and ending with, and everybody clapped. It was such a goofy piece of fan fiction, it felt like he was begging to be humiliated and made fun of, so I started throwing some balls at the clown and dunking them in the tank. I made a video talking and joking about it, and Sneako saw this and he wasn't too happy, so he got offended on his friend's behalf, which of course is a very alpha male thing to do. I know Sneako doesn't like that nomenclature, he never calls himself an alpha male and thinks that it belittles him, but his fan base is and has been red-pilled and thinks of him as like a no-nonsense kind of guy who tells it like it is, a man's man. And yet Sneako cries more than a 12-year-old going through puberty and has very public temper tantrums like a child who didn't get the Spider-Man toy they wanted for Christmas. So he was upset because I was making fun of them. He then makes a big rant about me, calling me a bitch, saying all kinds of things. He doesn't really make any points, he just...
Okay, wait, where is the Sneako video on MoistCritical? Does anybody have a link to that? I'm curious what he said exactly. I'm just curious.
Insults my appearance a lot and makes very bold assumptions about me not going outside and shit like that, which of course has nothing to do with anything I was saying, nor does it debunk any of my points. Not that I was even really making points, I was just making jokes about a silly f***ing story, and he's taking it as if I just gave a TED Talk on monogamy, because for some reason he somehow gets lost in like this Winter Soldier episode, like this delusional fantasy, where he starts making a statement on monogamy, which of course had nothing to do with the video I made.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be honest. Well, I like MoistCritikal's content, but he shit on me a few times. I don't remember what for. I don't like him. Fuck him. Okay. I'm just saying that. So I have my street cred. But there was nothing wrong with that girl. But she looked fine. And he looks fine. And even if she didn't look fine, it's kind of shit to attack somebody's fucking girlfriend. That's such a shitty thing to do. Why would you do that? What the fuck?
So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas, because when you get brainwashed, when you get...
Oh, no, dude. Okay. What? First of all, okay, he's so wrong. One, even if Charlie was below average, I think his name is Charlie, right? Even if he was below average, the dude has like millions of subs on, holy shit, way more than I thought. I'm sorry, 11 million subs on YouTube. This guy could probably out Andrew Tate. Okay, maybe not, but like close to it. This guy is huge. Number one, that's assuming he was below mid. But number two, he looks really fucking good. Where's somebody find me the Twitter pics. You don't think that, look at this guy's hair. Look at the facial hair. Look at the body composition. 11 million subs on YouTube? This guy could literally fucking drown in pussy. This is like, and no, he might be ultra autistic or something, but like, this is the last person in the world that you could ever accuse of not being able to fuck a lot. Are you serious? There's no way. This guy could be 5'2". And still like drown in pussy. Like, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. That's just like that's like an unbelievable place of attack. Like, there's a lot of things you could shit at him for. Annoying monotonous voice, react content or something. I don't know, something. But like to look at him and go like, oh yeah, this guy, I understand why this is so foreign to you. You could never f a lot of women. Like, bro, what?
Told that monogamy is the answer.
What the f are you even talking about? What does this have to do with anything? What does bringing up a picture of me and my girlfriend have anything to do with anything that has happened? And where is monogamy even coming from? You're fighting an invisible enemy right now. You're fighting ghosts that aren't real. Like, none of this had anything to do with the video itself of me joking about a stupid f***ing story that this guy told. Like, it's so weird, and he's been mad ever since, as I understand it. I, of course, don't really watch him, but I keep getting updates on Sneako not being happy, wiggling his finger, saying, I don't really like this Charlie guy anymore for this. Now, like I said, because so many people keep bringing this up to me every day, I felt obligated to at least, you know, talk about this a little bit and engage with the drama, even though I don't really want to. What I do want to talk about, though, is the Black Friday Moist Global merch sale, baby. A lot of great merch on...
Okay, the stupid thing about his merch is that it's not my merch, baby. Store.destiny... Oh, it even redirects. Thanks, King. Thanks, King. Store.destiny.gg. We have the plushie. Wait, I should have mine in the background. Where did it go? Ugh. Look at this guy. Look at how cute he is. You could have one of your own. Why don't you? Why don't you have this yet? You should have 2 or 3. Oh, look. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Bring a girl over to your house. Throw this motherfucker at her. You're good to go, okay? Boom! Check it out. Look at how cool he is. Look at him. Look at him. Fucking look at him. Grab him.
MoistGlobal.com is a lot of money off right now, so go to MoistGlobal.com to get some fucking beautiful items, and we even have some really fun, goofy ones that are in stock right now, such as this wonderful happy coat, which is kind of like a bathrobe. It's fantastic. And we also have some Yu-Gi-Oh! Inspired designs available right now as well, which are just fun items, and once all of these are sold out, they won't be restocked, so if you're at all interested, go to moistglobal.com, the link's in the description. I'm gonna keep this on for the rest of the video. The only thing I'm missing now is a cigar, so really get into character here. I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit more about this. I am pretty familiar with Sneako, probably more so than a lot of his more modern fan base is. I first became aware of his content when he got mad at me a couple years ago because I was criticizing a movie called Cuties. For those that don't know, Cuties was a movie that went to Netflix, and it was basically just softcore child porn. It was a movie that focused on twerking and a coming-of-age film that used real children in real positions of, like, sexualization, where during, like...
Why are all of my worlds connected so much? Dude, if I was still doing mushrooms, I don't think I would believe it. I think I would actually have, like, mental breakdowns. Like, I'm, like, 2 people that I've had on my stream in this room, like, 2 days ago, were meeting former President Donald Trump, Kanye West. Now we've got Charlie talking about the Cuties video that apparently connects to Sneako and Mr. Girl. it's just like, there's a lot of weird shit in my life. It's all just like, there's just a lot of strange shit that all just seems to be coming together. This is some synchronicity shit or something. Jesus, how weird. Yeah, Lab was on Philly D. What's going on? I feel like everything in this, like, my little itty bitty corner of the internet is like reverberating out into the main world. Christ.
Like a twerking contest, they'd have cameras that would go like right into their ass and zoom in. It was fucking disgusting stuff. And I made a whole video talking about how fucked up it is that not only does it exist, but Netflix has promoted it and it's on their service. Regardless of what the intention was or what the message aimed to deliver from the director, it completely missed the mark. By using real child actors and doing the things that they did in the film, it became a movie that was only enjoyed by legitimate, real, self-admitted pedophiles. And I made a video talking about how gross that whole situation was, and Sneako made a response to it saying that the outrage around this film is misplaced, and it's actually a good movie.
Americans are like, this is deplorable. I saw this commentator, Penguin Zero, who I actually like. There's not a lot of good commentators, but he's like, this movie is deplorable. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing. And it's like he didn't even watch the movie. It's just like he only saw the clips that were going to piss him off.
It's old, reflective, or introspective Sneako. Right.
Or he just got so triggered by the provocative imagery that he just, deplorable. Come on, man. Like, don't you see the reasons why she's doing what she's doing?
Sneako has said multiple times, even in his most recent rant, that he does like my content, though I'm pretty sure he just says that to cushion the blow and, like, tiptoe around it, like, before insulting me. Just in case there's anyone in his chat that likes my content, he wants to make sure to not make them upset. So he makes sure to preface it by saying, well, I actually do like him, but... and then goes on to get super personal about it. This was my first real exposure to Sneako, and it's also the reason I don't care what his opinion is of me, because it's coming from a man who likes cuties. So why the fuck would it matter if he thinks I'm a bitch or anything like that? It legitimately couldn't mean less coming from a guy who openly defends a softcore child production.
Okay, if I ever wanted to get canceled, this is the video. I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you got clickbaited. The thing about Cuties is it's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
Now, the reason I'm showing this isn't just to debate a multiple-year-old Sneako video that he completely ate shit on and had the worst possible take of with this whole cutie situation. The reason I'm showing this is because I haven't liked him since I saw this side of him. I was aware that he made other content, and apparently some of it was pretty good a couple years back, but once I saw this video, it just showed me a really weird guy who it seemed like really just wanted to be contrarian for the sake of it, and makes terrible points in defense of this film for some reason. Like, even in your own video, you openly admit right there that yes, it sexualizes children. Full stop, that's not okay. That's a problem.
Like, this girl, at one point, she takes a picture of her vagina and posts it on Instagram. Kids naturally just rebel. I like this movie because it's extremely provocative, but it's realistic. A major criticism of this film was that it's child porn, that they were just showing these kids and that it's gonna bring a bunch of pedophiles in. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not more than anything else that's on the internet now, or not more than beauty pageants in America, which still exist and are exactly what you see in the film.
Do you go to beauty pageants to watch the kids, Sneako? I certainly hope not. Just because the beauty pageants, which are f***ed up, completely agree, just because those exist in the real world doesn't mean that that's justification for this movie. I feel like that should be obvious. You can't use this whataboutism like, oh yeah, Cuties has a lot of sexualization of children, but what about, you know, child beauty pageants? I mean, those are out there in the real world, so what's wrong with Cuties being on Netflix? I won't show you any more from this video, it's dog shit all across the board, but there is one more thing I'd like to highlight. Even when Sneako started to rise to popularity, I didn't pay too much attention because, again, in my mind, he will always be that guy that for some reason fights for this film, which is just f***ing weird. So he's always just been kind of a weird person to me that I don't pay too much attention to, but I couldn't help but...
I mean, I didn't really hear Charlie say anything compelling there. I don't think he countered anything this except, but again, he doesn't want to retread that old video, I guess, but that's okay.
Take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was, imagine seeing the girl you love, like, get fucked. Love her? Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, nah, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other?
Dude, Sneako is never gonna be able to live down this fucking that whole orgy shit. It feels bad. One of the things that sucks for Sneako is that he's constantly being pushed in a worse and worse and worse and worse and worse direction. And I understand, like, I understand everything. Like, he gets banned from YouTube. Like, he complains about how the Senate, like, we were in front of the Senate, they're coming after us. Like, the Senate's not coming after us. And then he gets banned from YouTube. And then he gets, like, attacked from everybody, from all sides. And then he's getting, like, friendships with, like, Fuentes and Milo Yiannopoulos. And now he's getting to meet, like, Ye and Trump. It's like, yeah, no wonder he's going down that path. Like, it's not very surprising, you know? But I mean, yeah, he finally got his Twitter account back, but why? Because Elon, like the far right dude, is the one that basically made it happen, you know? Like, and then now, like, he gets raked over the coals, and I guess Charlie's probably about to do it over this, like, pretty sensitive thing that he's bringing up relating to, like, I think he did an orgy at one point with his girlfriend, and he decided to talk about that, but this was before he got into the hardcore red pill space. And, like, this is arguably, like, the whole getting cucked shit is, like, almost worse than being bi. Like, Jesus, it's like, yeah.
I'm crazy. The first time, as soon as I saw like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. You know what?
It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to, because Sneako is very clearly bothered by that whole situation, but is trying to play it off like a deeper message, like, no, this is actually a good thing, and in fact, I recommend every guy out there try letting their girl get fucked by another man. Then you'll know if it's real, if this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. It is fucking tragic to listen to. Now, I want to be clear, I have absolutely no problem with open relationships. I think everyone should be completely within the right to handle their relationships however they see fit and whatever makes them happiest. Contrary to what Sneako thinks about me, I have legitimately no issue with open relationships at all. But what Sneako's talking about here isn't so much an open relationship, it's cuckoldry. You have watched your girl get fucked in front of you on at least 2 occasions that he talks about here. And you were right next to her, watching her get fucked, and one time you were so upset about it you had to leave the room after the 3rd pump, you said. You're clearly not really alright with this situation. You're for some reason forcing yourself to be okay with it. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be an armchair psychologist like you try to do against me during your rants, but it really seems like you don't like it. And yet, for some reason, you're also trying to celebrate it and promote it like a good thing. It's just super sad. Like, if you're fucking other girls and she's fucking other guys, that's one thing, but you being in the same bed that she is fucking another man in and watching her, and then even talking about how, like, upset you were about how much she was moaning and the deep eye contact she was making with the man she was fucking in front of you, like, you're not really okay with it, it sounds like. So stop trying to pretend to be, and stop trying to make it seem like this is a good, healthy thing for...
I don't think he did any of that, though. Stop trying to make it sound like you were okay with it. It doesn't sound like he was okay with it. It sounds like that was the whole point of what he was talking about. It's like, I wasn't okay with that. I got up and left. It feels like... This just feels like the standard, like, cuck argument, basically. But, I mean, I guess, like... since I'm on my virtue arc, I try not to do this anymore. But, like, 6 months ago, I would have said that if Sneako's going to show pictures of Charlie's girlfriend, at this point, it's kind of fair game, right? But yeah, I mean, I understand it.
For everyone, that everyone needs to try. It's just pretty sad. So this is always in the back of my mind when he starts critiquing my relationship, or really any relationship for that matter. Like, what really gives you the right, especially when you're clearly in a very complicated situation in your own mind with your relationship? So, like I said, I didn't really want to talk about this, but he apparently keeps shitting on me and making a big hoopla about it, and people keep bringing it up to me, so I felt like I should at least address it in some capacity. So this is me talking about it, and that's about it. So yeah.
Damn. Well. Jeez. Here's the video that started the beef.
It's an old video from Penguin Zero. I think he has good commentaries, but I saw all these hit pieces about Fresh and Fit when they came out. I remember seeing this. This is my first time hearing about Fresh and Fit, was all these videos, and especially the one that all these people reacted to, of Fresh talking about a story of him getting laid. Most embarrassing alpha male ever. And I've noticed this with Oblit.
Okay, I will say That Fresh story is hella cringe. Oh no, fuck. What? Fuck, am I gonna be able to find this? I don't even know what I would look for. What makes it cringe? I could be wrong, but it sounds like what Fresh is saying is that Fresh was basically saying, like, listen, guys, if you try hard, you can fuck 3 girls at once. Like, if you apply yourself and you do all the right things. Like, that sounds like some shit that he was saying, basically. And it's like, okay, well, how does he do it? But then his story is basically like, I met a famous basketball player, and he gave me, like, 2 girls to fuck. It's like, what the f?
And anybody, all the documentaries made about me, every time they react to a moment, the first thing they always say is they'll try to say like alpha male to try to invalidate whatever you're talking about. Like, oh, he thinks he's an alpha male, even though I've never called myself that one time. They try to belittle you because when you're trying to empower other people, it's like, oh, you think you're better than me? So they immediately try to bring you down. I don't know what you guys think about him, but I have a different perspective because this came out 5 months ago. Since this came out, I hang out with Fresh very regularly. I'm gonna go on Fresh and Fit this week. And I know the life they live. They're about that life. Here, I'm guessing, we could guess, he's probably going to say...
They called the NBA player on their recent 1 million sub special and confirmed the story and NBA player identity. He's a bad storyteller. No. I'm sorry. You misunderstand me. I'm not saying that I think the story is fake. I'm saying that even if the story is real, it's just kind of funny to brag about. Like, for me, like, if I fuck 2 or 3 girls in a day, first, it's cringe to even... I don't think about this shit like this, okay? You guys are cringe. But if I was gonna think about that, I would want all 3 girls to be like, these are girls that I know, that I pulled, that I've had the interaction with, that I've had the relationship with, that I was able to fuck. That's like, that's cool, that's fun. But if I were to go to a party and a more famous friend is like, yo, here are 3 girls you could fuck. I mean, I guess it's cool, obviously, because sex is sex, but I'm not bragging about that. Like, bro, I didn't pull those girls. That was just I had a rich fucking friend that gave me chicks to fuck. Like, at that point, I'm basically getting escorts, right? I think I don't think I would ever brag about that. That like, oh yeah, I went to a friend with my Hollywood celeb friend. I went to a party with my Hollywood celeb friend, and he passed me off like 3 girls to fuck. Like that, I don't know, that just doesn't feel like a W. That just feels weird. Or not weird, I mean, it's fun, I'd fuck them. It's not like I'd say no, but I'm not gonna brag about like, oh yeah, I fucked 3 girls in one night, and I pulled them. Like, how did you pull them? Well, I had a rich friend give them to me, you know? Like, that's just weird. And then I'm gonna use that story to like advertise for like dating shit, you know? Like, I don't know.
Say that, I mean, fake alpha male, he doesn't actually get laid, he doesn't get bitches. Yeah, who thinks he's so big and tall and strong? You think you fuck bitches?
The only thing more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male is a guy who calls himself an alpha male and then tries to sell advice to desperate, lonely men.
Hey guys, it's your boy Fresh Prince CEO. And today we're gonna talk about all my W's. Stay tuned for it.
I love intros like these. You get some like wacky wubby dubstep kind of shit.
That's a bad intro. I'm glad they changed that. We can agree.
Get going on there with a dumb intro. It is so nostalgic. Takes me right back to 2011. Anyway, this is the Fresh and Fit podcast. The entire purpose of this show is to bring women on to insult and belittle them to their face, while also preaching that men should have the right to cheat on their significant other as many times as they want.
But you realize like how anybody critical of red pill, like alpha male ideologies is always kind of like this. Like, pretty much like a white guy who looks like he doesn't really go outside that much. The antidepressant nature. That's what I've noticed doing the breakdowns of all the documentaries, all the hit pieces, and all the people who... You can look at someone and tell... and you can figure out what they think. You know what I'm saying? If you're online all day, if you're on your computer all day, you don't look like you get that much sun, of course you're going to be critical of Fresh and Fit, Tate, Red Pill, me. You're not going to ever... We're going to butt heads. We're not...
Also, new rule... I don't think you can make fun of pasty white people, okay, if you're Hispanic or brown or something, okay? Because I don't know how much you go out in the sun, motherfucker. Okay, your skin is naturally darker. Fuck you, all right? That doesn't count. That's not fair, okay? That's not fair. I've only ever seen Sneako out at nighttime, okay? I don't know if he's a fucking vampire or what. I haven't seen that guy out on the beach, okay? Show me his outdoor pictures. I see him out at night. I don't know if he's getting any sun.
I can agree. Maybe someone should make a video about the fact that the way you look, the way you spend your time is going to dictate your outlook on women in life.
Whereas their significant other isn't even allowed to look at other men. They have to go in public with like fucking horse blinders on. And if they even so much as glance at a dude, you need to kick them to the streets immediately because they're a fucking disgusting, worthless whore.
I mean, that's what they do in Islam. You're not even supposed to take your burqa off. You can't even show your hair to anybody else besides your husband.
Burqa is, I think, the full bodysuit. The hair thing is called a hijab.
It's a lot of horrible, abhorrent shit that they talk about. And I'm sure you've heard of them or seen them before.
And now that's seen as abhorrent shit. Traditional relationships, what that's pretty common in the Middle East, religious.
Wait, traditional relationships are not one-ended open relationships. Okay, if I get on Fresh and Fit again, I'm gonna go hard on this. We're not gonna let this shit slide anymore. This shit needs to be, somebody needs to speak against this. This is not normal anywhere in the world, okay? It is not normal anywhere in the world. If you are in my chat and you believe that, you've been brainwashed. One-ended open relationships, I will say it one more time, are not normal anywhere in the world. That is not traditional. It is not the norm. Most women aren't okay with that in literally any country across the world. Even in countries where polygamy is practiced, it's like 5% of people do this. It's not traditional. It's not normal. It's definitely not happening in a Western country. And it's definitely not happening with you. Okay? Jesus.
Marriages and relationships is seen as abhorrent to people in the West.
Because I've had so many viral clips over the last year.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are acting like they're all going to be Genghis Khan, okay? You're not, okay? You're going to be one of the 7 million fucking people in the villages that he murders.
Them getting dunked on by the guests they bring on. I'm pretty sure the two of them have a humiliation fetish, which is the reason they keep this show running. But they're also kind of like the Voldemort of YouTube, at least they were for a little bit. They used to copyright claim and copyright strike anyone that would make fun of them or joke about them, saying that it was damaging their brand or making them look silly. Even though they themselves are the clowns in their own circus, they're making themselves look fucking stupid. They never actually won any of their strikes or claims or anything like that. They all got overturned. But still just absolutely cowardly pussy behavior from people that claim to be alpha males. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about Fresh and Fit as a whole or the entire production of it. I want to focus on one video they posted in particular, one that I still think back on with a little wet spot in my trap.
I mean, this is what the internet's done. The way the disrespect he's talking and the way he's like, yeah, these little bitch-ass pussy bitches. You only say this because you're behind a screen. If you were in front of Fresh or Myron, you would not speak with that level of confidence. The reason that you're so able to have this much happiness that you would a pussy bitch is because you never leave your room. You stay behind your screen all day, so you get your superiority from talking to a camera. Face to face, you would shut up. It is what it is. And also, I'm gonna talk, I called Fresh and Fit out that the first time I went on their show. I don't agree with DMCAing other people, but at the same time, there was a level of defamation that people were really lying on Fresh and Fit a lot when they were coming up, because when you're speaking like that alpha male ideology, everybody feels the need to bring you down. So no, they should have done that, but also that was the way they defended themselves at the time. Should they have done it? No, of course not. I called them out on that, and that's against free speech and everything. But bro, like, keep that same energy if you ever see him in public.
Trousers. It's one of the most delusional things I've ever seen from a YouTube channel.
You don't need scaffolding for space rails? Oh, you're right. Whatever. It looks better anyway.
That is telling a story that is completely made up. Just obviously fiction. He is literally making up fanfic on par with My Immortal in a way that makes him look like he constantly fucks. Even though I'm pretty convinced
they do.
Convinced that the shorter guy here is a virgin.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
That's not
someone
true,
in the chat says, Sneako, why do you keep talking to Leslie and Laba? You were giving them an audience so they learn to keep forced laughing, petty stuff. They are pathetic. It's good to have back and forth in dialogue. Abba is a snake. He did the same thing to me that he did to Fresh and Fit.
Damn.
Like all these hippies videos, especially when everybody's against me, especially when the fact I got terminated making 3 videos in 2 weeks.
Damn.
Bro, the fact that this dude just called Fresh a virgin is just straight up fucking delusion. This guy that he's not been outside. He looks like he games all day long. He doesn't have any vitamin D. He just sits in his room and does these videos. Sometimes he makes good videos and it's funny, but to call him a it's stupid. Dude, literally, dude, he's like, but it's Hasanabi behavior. Did you see the way they all say the same shit?
Yet he still makes these crazy claims and stories like,
oh, I'm pretty sure it's a virgin.
the one I'm about to show you.
All right, guys. So you heard my L's, marrying a single mom, getting left out in the cold, basically in the car, never came downstairs. But today we're gonna talk about my W.
And people in the chat are insulting his appearance right now. This is a testament to any guy in here, and especially Penguin Zero, all those fucking nerds who talk shit about Fresh. And this is coming from my friends and like everything I heard about Fresh. I saw all these reaction videos before I met them. Everybody talking shit about it. He gets more bitches than you. He does. You need to learn game. You need to be successful. You need to learn how to DM the right people. You need to learn how to talk, how to be charismatic, how to network, how to be in the right places. Fresh has got the shit down. And I didn't believe it till I saw it. I didn't think he was a virgin like every fucking other liberal on here talking down. He gets more bitches than you. So it's a testament to everybody in here who's making fun of his appearance. He gets more bitches. And that's proof that you don't need to be a 10 out of 10. You don't need to be 6'2". All that black pill, wheat waffles bullshit. All these guys crying about how they don't get laid, who are analyzing the way like an arm is around here and the circumference of your nose and all that shit. This autistic level of surveillance into interaction between men and women. If you have a good personality, if you're fun to be around, if you get money, you know the right places, and you're a good person with friends, you will get pussy. Anybody who knows Fresh in real life, and you can just go outside of Miami. If you don't believe what I'm talking about, just go outside of Miami. Everybody knows him at every single club. So stop.
I think there's an interesting issue here where, to me, and with the types of girls I hang around, these people would actually be virgins. I think a lot of commentators fall into the trap of assuming that the people/women they hang out with are universalized. Like for me, watching the Miami girl stuff on Fresh Fit was a huge part. Yeah, there's like different cultures of people. This is why I say, especially somebody from the Midwest, like if you were to take these attitudes, some of these attitudes of people that work with like Miami girls, and you were to go to like universities in like Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, like Kansas, like people would look at you like you're fucking wild. Like you would almost be a virgin. I'm sure you could fuck some people, but like people would be, but there's like different styles of people everywhere. It just is what it is. It's one of the reasons why it's irritating when Myron will say shit like, oh no, we bring on girls from all around the world. It's like, no, you don't. You bring on girls from all around the world that are traveling to Miami. There's a very particular style of girl that goes on Fresh and Fit. Not to knock them or anything, but I'm just saying like that you always have to be aware of that, right? Like the average girl in a lot of places is not traveling to Miami to be a Miami girl.
Overanalyzing and being so like, let go of that rage and actually listen to a guy like him because you could learn. What a virgin. You don't know what you're talking about.
In terms of having 3 women in one day.
Let me stop you right there. I already don't believe you. It's super hard to think that anything they say is real when they constantly make stupid fucking claims like this one.
Not to mention they've both shown themselves to be frauds time and time again.
You know, Charlie's making a mistake here too, though, and assuming that they are virgins. They're not. I've never seen or heard anything to indicate that. Like, there's a ton of girls around them, if for no other reason because they've got YouTube clout. Like, there's no way they're virgins, right? But like different types of people, fuck different types of people, right?
Triple-digit notch count. He's in the
Wait, hold on. Look at this insane CS:GO kill.
Barely stands, and yet Ninja's continuing to try and keep this flawless game going. Oh!
What? Was that random?
No scope from the heavens, blessed by God is Brokey.
And that turns them back. They were about to leave.
He's so fucking good. Was he, or was he just randomly shooting into the smoke?
And they win the. Continuing to try and keep this flawless game going. Oh!
That was just like a random shot. That was a random shoot into smoke. No, that was random. That was not an intentional no scope.
This guy also made a hit piece video.
Second one was good though.
Jamari. We are all the same haters.
There is no reality in the entirety of the fucking multiverse where this man has slept with one woman, let alone over 1,000 of them.
Okay, bro.
Wait, who? What?
This guy also
frauds time and time.
Good fucking claims like this one.
Not to mention they've both shown themselves to be frauds time and time again.
You know, we're both triple-digit notch count. He's in the
This guy also made a hit piece video about me.
Has Fresh fucked over 1,000 women? How old is Fresh again? 1,000 sounds really high. Fresh is 32. If he started fucking when he was 16, That's 63 women a year. 5 different women a month. That's if it was only 1,000. That's... I don't know if I'm believing that one. Not sure if I'm believing that one. But I don't know, maybe. Unless he's counting every single lay as 1 or more, right? 3 digits is 100? He said 4 digits. He said quads. He said Walter was in the quad digits.
Jamari. We are all the same haters.
There is no reality in the entirety of the fucking multiverse where this man has slept with 1 woman, let alone over 1,000 of them.
Okay, bro. How old are you to really be calling another man like that a virgin? And the whole time you're going to say it's immature. That's a 14-year-old argument. And it really shows the fact that you don't know shit.
And it kind of does.
Doctor Strange could peer into an endless multiverse and never find one where this guy slept with 1,000 women. They just say a whole bunch of made-up bullshit constantly.
You know what happened? See, this is the reason that they make hippies videos about it. Because when you talk about this, they don't know how to take advice from... take like male self-improvement advice because it hurts. It triggers. It's like, no, I know more than you. What do you know more than me? You must be a virgin. You liar. Because red pill advice, people don't want to hear advice from other men that they don't know. You need to have a whole list of credentials or else they won't take you seriously.
But
it's all ego. This whole game, it's all ego. Not this is like actually transforming Simps to Pimps and helping people out. I've learned a lot from Myron and Fresh.
Oh no.
I met this guy at a pool party.
Everybody else making the hippies, bro, it's all just getting triggered that they stay inside.
He's an NBA player. I won't say his name for some reasons, but you know, he's a pretty top tier guy, high value guy, right? I'm at the bar ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight? I told him, look, bro, you can go downtown, you can go to Brickell, Wynwood, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to downtown because it's a really good spot. And then he's like, yo, bro, are you on Instagram?
And then he added me on Instagram. We became best friends. He got me a tryout with his NBA team, which I absolutely crushed and became a starter on the squad, setting NBA world records. He invited me to Thanksgiving at his parents' house. I fucked his mom, and then the whole family clapped.
Sir, that's not what he's saying whatsoever. That's what you heard because you don't want to take advice from someone else.
That would be more believable than the story he's about to tell from here.
I was like, perfect. Yeah, I am. So I gave him my Instagram, and lo and behold, he followed me. He said, wait, you know this chick? So he pulls up this girl's profile, because you can see who's following someone that you just added from like the following list.
Actually, I brought up this story to him because I've seen so many people react to this. I brought up the story in Bucharest. He showed me the DMs. It's true. I don't know. Fresh doesn't want to show it, especially because it's an NBA player who doesn't want to lose his contracts. And I don't even think he wants to address this. And they're to the point where they're making so much money and they got the system on lock. So they don't even want to address the haters anymore. I enjoy doing it on stream. I like reacting to these videos. So content like this is good. But just like me vouching for my friend, this is not a fake story. It just sounds like it because people are not used to hearing people brag on a YouTube video.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I know her, bro. I used to like do her back in the day. He's like, damn, that's my shorty want to come in town. So basically, we were smashing the same chick.
No, you weren't. The only thing you've been smashing is your meat into your hand, you liar.
Why are you so mad, bro? Once you realize, do you hear past the bullshit? How do you get so triggered about another man's dick? Why are you on meat like that? Why are you meat watching to that level? If that's you, if you are meat beating like that, then it's fine. Don't get mad because someone else doesn't live like you.
This story's already got more plot holes in it than Kingdom Hearts. Why would an NBA player go up to a random guy at a pool party to ask for a party later? He's clearly already connected. He found out about the pool party, so why would he go up to a complete stranger?
Charlie is talking way out of his depth here, to be fair to Nike is. I don't know why he's...
at a bar to ask for further advice on partying, and then going a step further to add him on Instagram. That just doesn't make any sense. Unless Fresh and Fit dropped to the floor and sucked his dick raw at the bar in front of everyone.
Bomboka! What are you talking about, man?
why would this NBA player care to add him on Instagram? NBA players, celebrities, they don't follow like anybody at all, except for like actual close friends or business partners or something like that.
Celebs, absolutely. I know this because Melina could fucking DM random celebs, and she has got like fucking B-listers like offering to fly her out to Canada and shit, like unironically. Dude, even normal celeb guys are thirsty as fuck.
You've never been outside of Miami. You don't know what the club life is like. Why are you speaking on shit you don't know anything about? Go play League of Legends, bro, with the G-Fool in the background. Why are you talking about this lifestyle if you don't live it? He's insisting that he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Insisting, this guy's only just jerks off. NBA players don't do this. What do you know? You look like you have a Pokemon poster in the back. Stick to gaming and shut the fuck up.
So why would he add a complete stranger who he only asked one question to?
Networking, because this is the truth about it, and it sounds like some dick sucking when you first hear about a world that you don't know about. It's networking. High net worth individuals, when they recognize real, like if they see the jewelry or they see their surrounding or they're at a different section, you want to be around money. Money attracts money. That's how you get friends in different places. That's how you go into a club, even though you're a millionaire and they let you in just because they want you there. Something that a lot of these people don't understand. When you get to a level of money, you don't need to keep spending money. Just being around it is enough. That's what networking is. I didn't know this before. When I was a fucking gamer with G Fuel fucking fridges in the background, I would have said the same nonsense you're saying. Only difference, I was 14. You look like you're 33. You look like the age Jesus was when he died.
Where should I party? And past that, why would he then check?
Oh wait, Jesus was 33 when he died, right? Why the fuck does Sneako know that? Or do you think that was a guess? Okay.
Who this new guy was following. Hey, pardon me, I couldn't help but notice that this girl that I'm piping is being followed by you. Are you that creepy stalker she has a restraining order against, or like what's the deal there? Are you guys friends? Oh, you guys used to fuck too? Alright, fist bump. We just became best friends, let's go.
So he's like, yo, dude, you know what? I'm having a mansion party, like, the next day. Come through, I got you. All this time, you know, we linked up the same night at the party spot I was going to. We connected. And funny enough, we dated the same girls, like a bunch of them. It was crazy, you know. Like we always say, me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high-value men, and they're running in the same circles, right?
You have the gall, the chutzpah.
Shut up. That's true. One more time. Because he's getting triggered. He's like...
Look, the most popular black pill creator talk about height. He is a tested 133 IQ. Wait, what? The height pill will shock you?
Height matters. To prove this, let's take a closer look at that first clip again. When I first saw this, what immediately caught my attention wasn't the fact she only desires 6-foot guys. Because if I'm honest, this is expected. It's a matter of common sense nowadays that most women only want guys 6 foot or over. Instead, what caught my eye was the
Wait, what? How many? Isn't 6 foot like, is that 98th percentile? Percentage of men taller than 6 feet. It can't be that little, right? No, it's 14.5%. So, and then 1% of US women. 14.5%. So women only want like 86th percentile and higher men? Like,
sheer amount of butthurt, angry, and delusional short guys in the comments denouncing her behaviour. She's not interested in personality. That's a red flag. Or, I've dodged a bullet here. Guys, make no mistake. The people who wrote these comments are coping. In my opinion, the men who wrote these comments are trying to frame it as if they wouldn't want her, that they're the ones turning their backs and walking in the other direction. But, in reality, she's the one who doesn't want anything to do with guys who don't meet her height criteria. It's an A leads to B scenario, not the other way around. This leads into my first point of what I believe is so brutal about the height pill, because most women will have a standard, where you as a guy can be preemptively rejected without being given a chance as you don't meet her minimum height threshold. I've shown this chart before, which plots the heights at which a man will get rejected based on his height alone, excluding other factors.
do you know what's funny is that you actually know mathematically, mathematically, you know that this chart is bullshit because you can tell that this was done via polling on women. Because what are the chances, this is just totally random, what are the chances that the ideal height for a woman would happen to be like the 6'10" place number in like a base 12 system where it's exactly 6 feet tall? Like not 5'11.5, not like some other like 174 cm, but it's actually exactly at the 6.0. Like, it's such a weird, not to mention the fact that most women that like guys that are 6 feet tall probably like guys that are 5'10", because all of you guys fucking lie about your height. Wait, you guys are putting question marks? I'm trying to think of how I can explain this. Like, fuck, where are my math people at? There's a name for like this type of like statistical thing where people will prefer something and they'll think that it's perfect, but it's actually just because it's a certain number. Like if given the ideal, like if a woman could look at like the same type of guy, like different heights, what are the chances that she would choose exactly like the 6 foot number? Or is that just the one that stands out more in your mind because like 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", 6 foot, 6.0, like it stands out more in your head, but it's not because of like an actual physical preference. It's literally just exactly like that 6.0 number and like the base 12. It just looks good. It just feels nice, right? There's like a bias towards like, different numbers, basically. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, because I'm reading chat too much. But I was gonna say it's dumb anyway, because like how many of you fucking guys call yourselves 6 feet tall that are like 5'10"? But also, here's the true tragedy of all of this. Here's the real tragedy in all of this system. The real tragedy in all of this system are you fucking losers that go around that are like 5'8", 5'9", that are molding over you being too short, when in reality, there are guys that get fucked for being too short, but it's guys that are like 5'1" and 5'2". Like, if you're 5'8" and 5'9" and you're crying that women don't want to date you because of your height, one, that's some stolen valor, and two, you're probably just a fucking loser. No offense. But if you're 5'8" or 5'9" and a girl's shooting you down, it's not because of your height. It's because you've got other problems going on. And it's especially sad because, like, if you're a guy who's like 5'2", you have to work, now you got to work a lot harder, or you only date Hispanic or Asian women, right? Now you have to work a lot harder because now your height is actually going to start to play against you. But like, in general, women aren't shooting down guys, even that are like 5'7", women aren't shooting down guys that are like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", because of their height, right? But like, it's the biggest fucking cope in the world when some dude is like 5'10", thinking he's not going to get a girl because he's not 6 feet tall.
And looking at a few crucial points, you're mostly safe if your average height.
Oh yeah, Cragdor, that would be interesting. Like, my guess is that if you were to poll European women on like, what is your preferred height, they're probably not going to come back and say 183 centimeters. They'd probably say like 180 or 175. That's why I'm saying it's funny that that preference is lining up where the number is, probably not where like the actual true physical preference is. Like the actual true physical was probably like 5'10" point whatever, or like 6'1" point whatever. But the fact that it's like 6 whatever exactly, right? My guess is for European women, they're going to say like 175 or 180 is going to be like the exact, it's going to be the exact number basically, yeah. It's called a shelling point. This post talks about it. Slippery slopes to themselves, slippery concept. Do I want to read this whole fucking thing? I don't think I want to read this whole thing right now. Jeez. Oh, it's not too long. But okay.
He's already started believing that this guy's a virgin. Listen to the sentence and try to figure out why Penguin Zero thinks that he's a lying virgin when really he said something that's extremely true.
Men, and they're running the same circles, right?
You have...
We dated the same girls, like a bunch of them. It was crazy, you know? Like I always say, me and Myron, a lot of these girls share the same high-value men, and they're running the same circles, right?
That's a fact. The same hoes. That's why all the rich people say you see the same hoes in every city. These girls that get used to fucking millionaires in the club, they're gonna keep fucking millionaires in the club. They don't know how to downgrade. This is why you see the same trees, the same hip-hop girls get passed around by the same rappers. That's the world that they're in. But he's already like, this is bullshit. Penguin Zero's like, this is so bullshit. This is. So he does not know how to comprehend this. Even though he might be mega rich, the guy still acts like a 14-year-old Call of Duty Fortnite player. Doesn't step outside and doesn't know this world.
Right?
You have the gall, the chutzpah, to sit here and insult not only the intelligence of your viewers, but insult God himself with the claim that you and the NBA player were having sex with the same women.
Doesn't this mean the pool of women, these high-value men, is probably a small pool of very specific type of women? It looks like he's missing out on the easier explanation. The one is if you're a woman that can fuck guys like that, you're probably going to be used to fucking guys like that. So you're probably going to generally, like, you're not gonna fuck an NBA player one day and then fuck like Charles, the, you know, Target salesman the next day. No offense to anybody out there, but that's just going to be the reality of it. But also, I've heard this, and I don't know if this is true. I've heard that in certain circles, there are like girls that are like vetted as being like chill or cool to fuck with. They won't like try to baby trap you or anything like that. That like guys kind of know. There'll be like a girl that like fucks with NBA players, or a girl that fucks with celebs, whatever, and everybody kind of like knows this girl, and she's kind of like safe. Like people like, I don't know if that's true or not. I've only heard that. I don't run in those circles. But didn't Abba say? Oh yeah, Abba might have said this too. I think Abba might have told us on stream. Yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard that. But.
Do you what? Why is that so hard to believe?
You honestly expect anyone in the world to believe that, and then to have the audacity to make the claim that women go for the same high-value males? You are somehow putting yourself in the same ballpark as a fucking NBA player. You, who runs one of the most laughed-at podcasts on the internet since the My Little Pony fan club radio show.
Okay, if it's so laughed at, and he's going to see this because you're chronically online, obviously you don't go outside, and you're going to watch this, someone's going to send you your Discord, come on the show and debate. It'd be great content. If it's the most laughable show ever, if it's so bullshit, then you should be able to fucking laugh your ass off and make these butt rape jokes or whatever the fuck you're talking about. Come on the show and debate. If you're so much better than it, if it's so bullshit, then it should be easy. It should be light work, but you won't.
How does Moist look so skinny here and buffed in the other picture? There's got to be like an opposite. What's the opposite for skinny fat? Where a person isn't necessarily strong or buff, but they're very shredded. Like, I don't think Charlie is huge, but he's very, very, very lean, right? So he's not gonna look like super like buffed out, but he is very lean, so he's like really clear definition in his abs and everything. Cut maybe, but the thing is, usually when you say like cut, or usually when you say like ripped, people also assume that you're really big, but you're not necessarily.
You'll sit behind your screen and like do this.
Oh yeah, true. Also, he's also probably got a pump in the other picture, and is probably good lighting and everything too. Yeah. Like this is a good light source. He's shadows beneath the muscles. He's probably got a pump here. He's posing a little bit. But he's not like, but if you saw him without a pump outside of the gym, you would never think somebody like this is huge, right? He's just very lean. He looks good. I'm not trying to say he's better or anything, but. Okay.
This laughing thing, because actually what would happen if you came and sat down and tried to argue some of these points, you would realize how full of shit you are. But this is the level of bullshit that happens on the internet now, and why guys like him are only going to do videos behind the camera, and why I like doing real podcasts like Fresh and Fit, because in real life, you can't hide behind bullshit. L-stream. You need to confront reality. If you sat down and tried to say this shit, you would look like a little dork, a little gaming dork.
You think that you are a same level of high-value male as an NBA player? Fucking mind-blowing.
That's what you heard. That's what you heard, because you're getting triggered by someone who's fucking bitches.
Level of high-value male as an NBA player?
That's what the girl is thinking. Because the girls, they want to be around money. They want to be around guys that are very clearly high net worth individuals, guys who have access to the right places. In their minds, it's the same. To you, you're like, the NBA player is so much better than you, Fresh. Fine. Why are you meat watching? Why are you judging the decisions of a girl that you haven't met? This is clear proof that you don't go outside.
Fucking mind-blowing.
I'm at his management party, right? There's like 40 girls and like 5 guys. In my head, I'm like, yo, real talk, this is crazy. Like, I've never been at a party where there's been this much girls compared to guys. So I'm like, yo, how's this gonna work? He says to me, yo, come through, bro. So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you. I was like, 3 that I want? Is it like a buffet? Shoot, I'll take it.
Bro, this does not sound like an NBA player. This sounds like human trafficking. Pick any 3 girls and I got you.
It's funny that he's saying the human trafficking argument even before take. Like, people...
Wait, why is there more space here for
is he married or some
signals
shit?
Than here?
It just doesn't... You're not part of this life.
Because I don't have...
He's in a monogamous relationship, right?
That should be like setting off alarm bells in your head, I would think.
Okay.
What might have happened is some guy came up to him and lied like, yeah, I'm in the NBA, I'm also ex-Special Forces.
Someone in the chat said, Sneako, the vid is 5 months old, why react now? Because I am living proof. Like, I remember, this is how I heard about Fresh. I saw all these videos. I saw everybody trying to bring him down. And then I started hanging out with them. And then I started going on the show a lot. I went to Bucharest with them. They're my friends. And then seeing it, like, in real life, I'm like, oh, wow. There's so much bullshit being spread about their names. And all the same people that make videos about me have made videos about them too. I'm like, what's the common factor? What's the common denominator? And then you look at the way that they talk and act. You look and see how everybody that hates me and hates Fresh and Fit looks exactly like this. Like the guy debated yesterday, Jay Aubrey, Nick is not green. YouTube should ban Sneako. All these people look and sound exactly the same. Literally, dude, this is literally like terrible trafficking, dude. There's gotta be some common factor. So yes, it's fun to react and debunk these videos, but I feel like I cracked the code. Anybody who hates me, hate Fresh and Fit, they all look the same. They all sound the same. They all live chronically online and just won't understand this lifestyle. So instead of trying to listen and trying to think that there's a different way to live than the way that they live, monogamous, sitting in front of their computer all day, reacting to videos and trying to bring other people down, the fact that you can go outside, have fun, party with different people, make a lot of money, and not just save it or whatever the fuck he does with his money, spend it, go out to the clubs, travel, that everybody just, they don't know how to comprehend that there's a life outside of what they know, out of the internet world. It exposes the difference between people who only live online and people who use the online as a tool. Not everybody's on social media chronically. People use it to make money and then go and live life. These type of people only know online. They have no real world experiences, and this video has, what, 3 million views, and then they will go and accuse people like me, Tate Fresh and Fit, of being bullshitters, but every fucking person in this comment section who's watching this video is getting bullshitted at. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're all coping. Every single person here is believing the bullshit that these fucking nerds who don't go outside are saying. This no sun, gaming-ass 30-year-old man.
There's over 500 confirmed kills, and I fuck on the daily. In fact, hourly. In fact, I'm gonna be late for a threesome right now. But yeah, anyway, just going back to Fresh and Fit lore here. So our boy is now at a mansion with 45 topless babes, big asses, sodden, dripping vaginas, and every single one of them has his name shaved into their pubic hair, I bet.
You're so, like, you just sound jealous now. Like, why are you making up all these scenarios? I get that's your humor, but, like, you over-explaining someone else's meat is just weird. Thank you for the, newbie says, just hit 600K on YouTube. I make Roblox videos with nothing wrong with them. Do you think I should join Rumble? Absolutely. Copy and paste your videos onto Rumble. All you gotta do is sign up and link your channel. You should get on Rumble right now before they ban you too. Censorship is getting worse.
So I was like, yo, you
know why censorship is getting worse? Because people like Fresh and Fit, me and Tate, we have to go to Rumble, because if you're speaking real shit, then they ban you. If you're spreading lies and bullshit like these nerds making all the same exact videos with the same talking points, you will get put on their trending page. All these big tech websites are promoting bullshit. Can you believe this video has 3 million views? It's insane.
Her. He goes, talks to them, calls them over, and I kid you not, I got a bedroom for you over here, do your thing. I'm like, what the heck? Is it that easy? So what happened was, like, I talked to them real quick. They were mad cool. And legit, guys, I could have a threesome with them, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea what was going on. I was like, yo, this is too much for me. But
far be it from me to question the math here, but it would have been a foursome, not a threesome. Unless, of course, the 3 girls fucked each other and then told you to just go far away from them, like hide in the bathroom or something, which I imagine would have happened. Also, he speaks fondly of this event, but I imagine this was one of the worst days of all 3 of those women's lives.
Jesus.
Why are you so mad? Like, why? Imagine investing this much energy into someone else getting some pussy.
Assuming, of course, this story is real, which it's not, I'm just suspending disbelief for a moment. Obviously, he is literally making this shit up as he goes along.
Wow. He's just making this shit. Bro, you don't get it. You know what's funny? Someone just texted me. I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship.
I don't know why Sneako
This is a girl.
Everything Sneako was saying up till this point was like pretty true, but now he's just like shitting on his girlfriend for no reason. I don't know why he would do that. It's kind of dumb. He just opens himself up to so much more doing this.
So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas, because when you get brainwashed, when you get told that monogamy is the answer and you need to go and be married and just settle down with some girl, when you hear other people talking about stories like this, you're like, there's no way it's true. You're a virgin.
What happened was, I did my thing with one of them, came back outside, hopped in the shower real quick, talked to the other one, went back in the room later on. So basically, I had 3 girls in one night. It sounds crazy, guys, but there's a whole other world outside of the regular dating circle where guys of high value
exactly
can actually like set up certain things that regular guys can't.
What an incredible story. I can't wait for the sequel. Fresh and fit in the goblet of fucking. I don't even understand the title of this video anymore. It's Pull Girls Easily, but it doesn't seem like there was anything easy about this. He met someone that claimed to be an NBA player that invited him to a mansion and then assigned 3 women to fuck him. Like, that's not exactly a lesson that can translate to most people. Of course, it's all made up and shit, but the takeaway here is basically...
Cope. It's all made up and shit. This is the nature of a lot of these party girls now. Hypergamy is the idea that girls would rather all flock to one rich guy than try to settle down with an average guy. And we see it every single day with this mentality. We reacted to a video yesterday where if you ask a girl, you should do it yourself if you don't believe me, go out at a college campus or a place where there's a lot of women, ask them, how much money should your husband make a year? They'll all say $500,000, $1 million,
all of them?
6 figures, even though the average salary is $54,000 a year. Women would rather share a rich man than settle down with an average guy. It is what it is.
That is absolutely not true. It's just not true.
To pull girls until you get to that level. You just need to be a high earner. You need to understand game. You need to be a good communicator. You need to be fun to be around. You can't be a chronically online gaming nerd like this. If you are like this, then it's going to be impossible. And this entire world is completely foreign to you, even though this guy is definitely a multimillionaire.
Nothing. It's a fucking nothing burger. It's this guy trying to make himself look cool and embarrassing himself.
So translate that.
He's not trying to make himself look cool. This is what nerds think when they watch this content. And that's why they make hit pieces. Because like, you think you're better than me? What do you think, you're so cool? No, he's trying to tell you a real story about what it's like for a lot of guys nowadays.
A lot of guys? Why does Sneako use words like, this is what it's like for a lot of guys? No, it's not.
Bad thing. It's ruined a lot of relationships. It's the nature of it. I'm not saying it's good. It's obviously not a good way to start a family, to start a healthy relationship. But if you want to indulge in it, and if you want to be part of that lifestyle and be happy, because Fresh is bro, I swear to God, that guy's never upset. And I've hung out with him so many times. He's always just one of the chillest guys that I've ever hung out with, because he enjoys the perks of being a high net worth man. If you get to that point, why not enjoy the life? You could sit there and cope and get no sun like this guy, or enjoy the fruits of your labor.
This guy trying to make himself look cool and embarrassing himself.
So translate that into like my own lifestyle. Now from Instagram, I say, you know what? I can have 3 in one day. Why can't I do it myself? Learning from Deals on Demand that you guys are gonna learn if you bought the course. We're gonna re-release it soon, coming up maybe like next month. That whole setup there can be done for yourself through Instagram or dating apps.
How is me buying your course going to help me
get
fuck
friends with
3
NBA
times
players
in one day?
Obviously, anything that you got going on, the Pokemon cards, your pale face, the G Fuel fridge, the zero drip, the fact you just look like you look at the curtain pulled all the way down. You need to get some sun. The whole way you're living life like a man, you calling him a virgin, you are literally a man child. Chad, how old is he? It's not an insult. You are. You have, like, you're gaming with Pokemon cards and... Oh, how old is he? See, and this is it's so funny because even I have a course too, the Creativity Kit. I'm telling people how to make money online. We had a call today in Discord. We do 3 calls a week. And then everybody insists it's a scam and try to listen, instead of trying to listen to it. It's so funny how quickly people will invalidate advice, but then they'll spend $100,000 a year to go to college and invest into this scam. But if a course is like $50, everyone on the internet, scam, 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 scam. Instead of trying to like, oh, maybe you have a point. Maybe you've learned something. Maybe I could actually figure something out from this guy. But they will invest all this money into school. I don't get it. The brainwashing is crazy. Hey, let's see. Okay. He's 28 years old. You're 28 with Pokemon cards. Like, this is why you're not going to be able to fuck 3 bitches in a day. I'm just being honest.
Is the course just that NBA player's phone number for his mansion of sex? Like, there's just nothing you can really teach from this story you've told here. Nothing translates. There's no lesson. You picked 3 girls that a guy then instructed to have sex with you. And it never happened in the first place.
The course is about networking. And that's the
you need
whole
chains
reason
there?
Why
would I need a chain here?
That he could ever network with an NBA player. But it's very possible. I've seen it.
And I hate that it keeps Suspending disbelief for even a fraction of a second to entertain the idea that this happened in reality, when we all know it didn't. But even still,
cope.
What is the takeaway? There is nothing that happened in this whole video that could help some lonely guy at all.
You can take L's all your life, you can take W's, but the point here is that, like, you can have whatever you want in this life. You made that choice. So for me, I was at a point where 3 a day was easily done through Instagram, and that's what I did.
But even in this fantasy, that's not what you did. You didn't set up 3 girls in 1 day through Instagram or anything like that. A guy did it for you. He fucking told them to have sex with you. You didn't talk to them through Instagram, you didn't get to know them or anything like that. Even in their own stories, they can't.
But everything else about him in his life put him in that position.
Help but just treat women like objects. Like, yeah, he gave me 3 women to fuck. And that's why I'm the king of Instagram dating. Like, what are you talking about? It's so fucking wild.
Digga says, man children always having the most to say with no experience. Exactly, just like the debate I had yesterday. Like, a dude is gonna say that masculinity is a social construct, is gonna say that I know more about happiness while being on antidepressants.
It's incredible.
Who is making these? Who is making these? Girl burp videos. I'm not satisfied at this comp at all. There were a lot of problems and mistakes I made through the rewatching process. I didn't even want to post, but I hope you guys enjoy anyways. Her burps are always awesome. I love the compilations. Bro, you're so great at what you do. Keep doing stuff like this. You should do a don't burp challenge comp or something along those lines. Let's go. Perfect compilations. Amazing compilation, bro. I'm finally back after having to restart my channel. Burping Queens. YouTube gave me another strike and terminated my account. Burp lovers, glad to see you back as well. Can you make one with Melina? This video seems fine to me. I just loop the videos and let these girls burp me to sleep. Maybe you could have edited, bro.
All right.
Who?
Embarrassing.
But this is what the internet's allowed. It's allowed a lot of people who would never have had a voice beforehand, people speaking up with the level of disrespect, calling it a virgin bitch, liar, stupid fucking liar, virgin bitch. People that would always have to shut the fuck up face to face can now be as arrogant as they want.
I don't know how they can post things like this and not feel any amount of shame. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about...
Yo, someone clip this up and send it to him. I want to see his response.
Uh-oh.
About this one. And
why? Wait, oh, so he was even asking for a response. Oh, no.